Chapter 6 Jenny's Journals. On that Thursday afternoon, Barb had suggested to Jenny that she begin keeping a journal of what she was thinking and experiencing. Jenny dove right into the project enthusiastically, grabbing a spiral-bound notebook and began writing. This notebook would stay with Jenny throughout her illness, although she would use it only sporadically after the first week. Today, the notebook also contains notes written by Barb, Michelle, John, and I, and creates somewhat odd historical record of some events during the course of Jenny's illness, including such things as food orders for all of us at the hospital on any given day. The following are actual clips from Jenny's notes from the first day she started journaling, the afternoon of Thursday, April 4th. So I woke up from my nap today, right around 2 o'clock, and don't remember much of anything. Barb wrote in the note, right around 2 o'clock. We're not too sure what time she wrote the next note, but from then on, almost everything she wrote had a time attached to it. Then I woke up and started freaking out because I hurt so bad. My arm was in pain and I was confused for what was going on. 2:55. Dad fell asleep. Maya is on the couch. My left arm itches really bad by my elbow. My right toes are all tingly. My tongue feels swollen. My bottom lip feels open, like it is sore. Water bottle split. Maya is one of the dogs. Jenny appears to be recording everything that she sees or feels or is wrong. Because Maya should not be on the couch, everything else she writes is negative. The next two entries are in my writing. I do not recall what Jenny was doing at the time, but the two entries are exactly an hour apart. I obviously hadn't slept long, since at 2:55 she said I was sleeping. Can't stop crying, was doing better. At 3:07. 4:07. Feels a panic attack coming on. She understands that. Good sign. Then Jenny took over writing again. These side effects suck. 4 o'clock, side effects. The images are all jumpy. Example. At 5 o'clock, I was feeling fine again. I watched Channel 11 News. She crossed out all 4 of the lines above just after she wrote them. 5:44. My tongue is feeling slightly swollen. Have not been confused since the Twins game this afternoon. My arms are itchy. I have eaten Cheetos. Have been texting my sister and John. I feel like I have more energy. Been drinking Sprite. I want to go to Barnes & Noble to look at books and research. 6:26. I feel all bubbly. Stomach feels empty. I have eaten Cheetos. Drinking a bottle of Sprite. Water at 3:50. Text Mo at 6:26. Text Mo that I am really confused. Brian writes, Mo is our nickname for Michelle, Jenny's younger sister. At some point during the next 30 minutes, I took the journal and wrote what Jenny was telling me as she had been experiencing while watching the Twins game on TV earlier this afternoon. Recent memories are playing in head randomly, but can't control or rewind them. There were 2 journal entries indicating that Jenny went for a walk around the park at 7 p.m. that night. She noted that John was due to arrive at 8 p.m. that evening. She made the following entry. 7:33. Took antihistamine. Face felt swollen and itchy. Sent Mo text. So you know I'm wearing your Wolves sweatshirt. It's very comfy. The next 2 entries, not included, indicated that Jenny watched Big Bang Theory, her favorite TV show, and then started to watch American Idol. 7:44. Weighed myself. 148.2. 7:44. Things are starting to click and I understand things. 7:50. John texted me. He's on his way. The weight that Jenny recorded was off by more than 15 pounds. 7:52. Read my past journal entries and everything made sense. 7:54. Figured out how to write in my journal so things make sense when I go back to it. 7:50. Text John. Yay. 7:58. Watch American Idol. Judges did not use their say. 7:58. John texts me. Here. 8:01. I explained to John that I figured out how to write into my journal to help with my confusion because my mom was slightly confused. I have omitted 7 entries Jenny made from 8:03 to 9:20 p.m. Most referred to what TV shows she was watching. She was jumping back and forth between sitcoms as well as the Chicago-Brooklyn NBA basketball game, as well as recounting brief conversations with Barb and John. 8:48. End of basketball game. Time to go home. 9. John went home to sleep. Jenny is staying at Mom and Dad's tonight. Going to work with my mom tomorrow, 8:45. Buying Mom lunch. Jenny is keeping record to buy lunch. Jenny made the entry at 8:48 p.m., at which time the incident with John leaving and encountering the Schwann's man took place. In an effort to help Jenny comprehend what she was saying, that she was staying in our house with us, since Jenny had very quickly developed an attachment to the journal, Barb made the 5 lines of entry at 9 p.m. The notation by Barb appeared to work because Jenny stopped making a fuss about staying at the house that night. From 9:04 to 9:20 p.m. there are 6 entries omitted. One noted that I took her phone away from her for the night, an attempt to get her to focus on sleep rather than texting John and others. She noted that she had dinner earlier in the evening, commented that her handwriting looks like her mom's, and mentioned what basketball game had started on TV. All of that was followed by this entry. 9:22. When things make perfect sense, page is blank. I am not clear what she meant by this. I assume in her mind she only made entries when she was confused, but there were no blank pages. After one final entry at 9:24 p.m., stating that she had gotten caught up in the TV show Scandal, Jenny stopped making entries for the night. Although I do not recall exactly why she stopped journaling, I assume it was that I had taken it away from her just as I had her cell phone in an effort to get her to sleep. She had become somewhat obsessed with journaling, and the absence of the phone made it so the journal was all she focused on. The goal was to settle down for a good night's sleep. That didn't go so well.